Oh my god, I'm so annoying. I just got from outside burning the rest of my ex's shit. I'm doing pretty well today. Welcome to my next video. Today I'm going to be talking about my coming out story. It's the typical coming out sort of deal every gay YouTuber does. You know, this is something that's really important to me, and I figured that why not just get it done with? I did want to do it in my first video, but I needed to do like a test run sort of thing. This time I'm going to talk about coming out and my coming out story. Being gay. Growing up, I never really knew anything about it. I wasn't aware that, you know, you were able to love the same sex. And growing up, you know, getting into high school and early college, that's when I started to feel feelings. I did in the past have crushes on girls. I've had, you know, some female love interests. Even back in middle school, I kind of felt I was gay. But it wasn't until I got into high school and my first year of college where I was like really questioning it. A couple years back, almost 4 years ago, this February 9th, will be my 4th anniversary coming out. February 9th is also my grandma's birthday. Oh my god. Yeah, I came out on my grandma's birthday. I consider the day I came out my grandma's birthday, February 9th, because that's when I came out to my parents, my family. I had came out to friends a week before that. When I came out to my friends, that's when I decided to come out, because my friends that I had met in college, they really kind of dug into my past love interests, why I wasn't dating anyone then. And that's when I really thought to myself that, why am I prolonging this any further? Why am I continuing to hide? You know, when I was questioning my sexuality, I've always had the idea of having a wife, having kids, building a family for myself. But then I was like, after my conversation with my friends, I was like, I can have the same thing with a guy. It doesn't matter. A week before I told my family, I had told my friends that I was gay. I came out to my friends. Periodically through that first week before I told my parents, I was telling, you know, some high school friends. I told my best friend. I told my closest cousin. My cousin actually told my uncle, which is fine. She wanted to tell someone and he was gonna find out anyway. That weekend, I ended up telling my parents. My parents were having a little get-together on my mom's side of the family because it was my grandma's birthday. I was living in River Falls at the time, and so I had to go home and visit, and that's when I decided to tell my parents. Because why would I tell my parents over the phone when I lived in River Falls, which was like a half-hour away? It really didn't make sense to, you know, call them up on the phone. I wanted to tell my parents together in person. So when I got home, I was expecting for them both to be home. When I got home, it was just my dad that was home. My mom was out doing some shopping before the family got there, but I didn't want to tell them separate. I wanted to tell them together. I waited until my mom got home, but by the time my mom got home, it was too late. All my family members had arrived at my house, and during this get-together that same year, my cousin was graduating from high school. The ladies were in her basement working on her t-shirt quilt for graduation, while the fellas were upstairs in the living room doing what guys do, drinking, watching TV, that sort of manly stuff. So then I finally got my parents in one room. It took almost the entire day, and was like, Mom, before you go back downstairs, I need to tell you guys something. It's really important. Both of them thought that I was like in trouble with school or, you know, something really bad. It took me like a good 5-10 minutes to just spit it out. My dad was sitting on the couch My mom was standing right next to him. This was literally me. My dad said, well, would you just spit it out? And I go, I'm gay. And my mom goes, well, that's not bad. And so my mom and I started having like a good conversation, 15-minute conversation. My dad kind of just had this really dumb look in his face. And my mom and I were talking for a while. She had mentioned that my aunt was giving them hints that I was gay, telling them that, you know, he's going to come out at some point, so just be prepared. No one that I knew, not my friends from high school, my family, no one really pushed it. They just let me be on my own. I look over to my dad, and he's sitting there with a beer in his hand and looking like this. A really dorky look on his face. And so I look at him and I'm like, Dad, say something. Really touching moment. He says, what's there to say? You're my son and I still love you. Since then, I have had nothing but support from my friends and my family. Haven't ran into really anyone who's said anything negative about my sexual orientation. My parents would have conversations with their friends, and my dad would say, it doesn't matter what Tyler's sexual orientation is. It's like me saying, Spencer's my younger brother, Spencer is straight and Tyler is gay. It doesn't matter. My parents love me for who I am as a person, not for who I date or who I love. Close-minded, conservative, right-wing people think that being gay is a choice. Being gay is not a choice. It's not. Tracing back to female love interests, my best friend, she actually just had a baby. Her baby is actually the baby that I've been posting on Instagram and Facebook on my last couple of posts. Her and I have been very close. Her stepdad and my parents went to high school together, and that's how her and I kind of met. How her and I met is a story for a different time. Her mom ended up giving me her number, and this was back when both of us were in high school. I was actually getting to like her a lot. The first time meeting, it was fine. It was the typical, you know, getting to know each other in person, spending that much time with each other. After our first date, she goes home and she says to her mom, Mom, I don't think I can date him. Her mom loves me, still loves me to this day. And her mom was like, what? Why not? He's so cute and he's so nice. How come you don't like him? My friend was like, I like him. I just can't date him because he's gay. So when I came out to this friend, she told me this story and I was dying. She was like, Tyler, we all knew. Duh, you're gay. Like, this isn't news to us. Before coming out, I've always felt like, you know, something was missing, something a part of me was missing, and I've been able to be myself ever since coming out. I've learned so much even since coming out. You know, by being in past relationships, those relationships teaching me all sort of things about the gay community. I've learned so much, and I've become the person that I still am, and I've grown so much, and all of my friends have seen that, and having that support system has just made me feel so complete. I'm going to be honest, there are some times where, you know, my parents or my grandparents, like when they're introducing, you know, guys that I've been dating to other people as my friends, I'm hurt by it, but I'm not like terribly hurt. It's like I know that, yeah, they're my friends, but they're my boyfriends. And so I just want people who you know, either know someone who's gay, have a son, daughter, having their significant other meet their family, or their family members are introducing their significant other to other friends. call them what they are. Boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. We are just like anyone else. We love who we want to love, who we are allowed to love. So those are my views on it. It's my advice to people who feel like they don't understand. They are our loved ones. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel. I put new videos out every Monday. You can find my links at the bottom here. See you fuckers next week.